It is time to draw the curtains and dim the lights. Real Talk this week has a couple new movies, streaming service to let you know about, and Greg is here to tell us all about that. What do we start with?
Let's see, I think we're starting out first with The Devil You Know, the new Omar Epps movie. It had been in theaters, now it's streaming. It's all about this guy who's had a rough life to begin with. And so after he gets out of jail, he just wants to take care of everything and make it good. But then his younger brother, who's an adult, gets into trouble. And so now all of a sudden it's like, what do I do?
So the older brother is like trying to do the straight and narrow, and the younger brother gets into mischief.
Right. So I got to talk to Omar about it, and we especially had a good time talking about what we think the title means. Here we go.
Okay.
The title just reminds me of, like when we were little kids and there'd always be the older ladies at church who, when you were playing around, would go, the devil, he's making you do that.
Yeah.
Perfect old saying. But I guess in your character's part, it's kind of like Marcus just, had some issues, wanted to just get a better life. I mean, just a regular life, low key. But the devil, ain't gonna let things go smooth, is he?
Exactly. I think it's a beautiful piece. I always envision my character Marcus as a fractured human being, right? So like if you could picture like an old school Polaroid picture that was ripped apart and then you put tape back on it, and then that's what's in the picture frame. Right. This is a guy who's just gotten sober. He's just gotten a new job. He's just opened himself up to possibly having romance in his life. And he's really in a fragile place. And then Charles Murray, who wrote and directed the film, we said, hey, what if you threw a grenade on top of all of that, to see how it would pan out. And it's really a beautiful piece. It's about family. It's about brotherhood. It's about redemption. It's about morality. And it's specifically told through the lens of the Black experience.
All right, so how many reels for The Devil You Know?
The Devil You Know gets a definite 3.5 going to 4. I mean, it's kind of like a nice movie that you can just watch at home. Probably nothing where you're going to go, hey, I got to rush to see.
See, I've gotten very acute at being able to read between the lines with your ratings, and that to me reads as if you see it, you see it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, next up is a movie called The Duke, starring Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren and Jim Broadbent.
Dame Helen Mirren.
That's right. I got to say, when I first saw the name of the movie, I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be something about like the Duke of Windsor, the Duke of somebody, another. I love this movie.
Oh, no, Greg doesn't normally lead with, I love this movie. We wait for the reels.
Yes.
Wait, go ahead.
Jim Broadbent, and like you said, he is married to Helen Mirren in the movie, plays this guy. They're both in their 60s, and it's 1961.
Okay.
I didn't know this, but England used to tax people to watch television. You had to have a license if you had a television, and they tax you every month. Can you imagine paying every month for television?
Telephone, yes. TV, no.
Oops. Well, wait. So he kind of goes on this protest, and they've got this picture of the Duke of Wellington at a museum. He winds up stealing it just to make a point. And so this is all about him trying to say, hey, I did this because you guys put more faith into this painting than you do into people.
Wow.
And
that's heavy.
He just does an excellent job.
Well, let's take a look at a clip.
We're convinced that the Goya has been stolen by a highly professional international criminal gang.
Mind your boomers!
Almost certainly a trained commando.
You all right? Bit of biscuit. One problem.
What's that?
Your mother. I can explain.
I'm shaken.
It's the shock.
Shock, yes, I'm shocked. There's a stolen masterpiece in my wardrobe.
just based on that clip, I want to see this movie.
You are going to love it. I mean, like I said, to show you something else about the movie, he is in one scene just going off on everything. Rita's in the next room. She comes in and she's going, he sounds like you. This old man who's just kind of like complaining about everything. I said, fabulous, good. That's why I'm loving this movie.
How many reels?
Definite 4.5, man. And
wow.
Yeah.
So probably because it's a comedy and not a Best Picture contender, but...
Right, and yeah, I mean, a lot of humor in it, a lot of British humor. I know you said you also like Monty Python and things like that back in the day.
All right, finally, a new series out on Apple TV Plus called Shining Girls, a thriller?
Definitely. It's Elizabeth Moss. So she has become the queen, you know what I mean, of those type of psychological thrillers and all this. It's all about a young lady when she was young. She had been attacked. and the attack just stayed with her throughout her entire life. And so she is an adult now, and it's one of those things where one day she'll wake up, she'll be sitting here like next to you as your co-host. The next day she comes here to the station, and she's working in sales. You know, it's like she knows she belongs here, but every day it's always something different.
Oh, interesting
and new.
premise. Well, take a look at the clip.
6 years ago, I was cut up like her.
What someone did to Julia, they tried to do to you. If you train to be a reporter, then this is your story.
After what he did, things aren't how they should be. It starts with little things, and then big things. And nobody remembers anything different.
Okay, so a little bit of like Shutter Island meets Memento.
Yeah. I mean, it's this whole...
How much is real, how much is imagined, that sort of thing?
Right, because I already see it where if you watch the first episode and you like it, you're going to go all the way through. If you watch the first episode and it's kind of weird for you, you probably won't. But it's a fascinating thing, including Jamie Bell's in this movie.
Okay.
And, you know, normally he plays the nice guy, just looks like the nice... He is scary as all outdoors in this film.
Wow, okay.
Or the series, I should say.
Yep, so good, you recommend it? Okay.
Yep, check it out.
Barry dropped, too. My Bill Hader Hitman Wants to Be an Actor series, that's back.
All right.
Season 3, so you got to check that out.
I will.
All right. Where can people see more of your reviews, Greg Russell?
Go to movieshowplus.com. We've got more reviews there. We also have giveaways, and coming up, swag. We'll have a lot of
Swag,
that
you say?
Yeah.
All right.
I'll get you some. I'll get you something special. You know, you can count on me. So there you go.
Look, hey, Tati, Greg's getting me something special. Maybe Rachel can hook you up over there.
Oh, we want me to try to get a discount? Is that what you're saying? Something like that.
Hey, Tati right now.
No pressure.
Me too.
No pressure.